If 2025 felt busy but unproductive, it wasn't because you were lazy or undisciplined. You were probably doing a lot but not actually moving forward. And that's because you confused motion with progress. Motion feels productive. Writing emails, organizing notes, or planning your week. Progress feels uncomfortable, whether that's studying the hard topic, applying for the job, or starting before you feel ready. I'm Salim, a practicing doctor living in London, and in my undergrad degree before med school, I made this mistake of confusing motion and progress. Because of it, I wasted months on doing things that didn't help me when I could have easily put myself years ahead. But once I realized what I had to do, I was able to do much better in every domain of my life. So in this video, I'll explain the one mistake that held you back in 2025 and the simple shift that will actually move you forward in 2026. So I've briefly mentioned the difference between motion and progress, and I'll unpack it a bit more because this is where most people go wrong. With motion, you feel safe. You feel productive without any real risk. You stay in control, you stay competent, and you don't have to face resistance. You get that satisfaction of being productive without actually moving forward. Progress is different. It puts you in situations where you're bad at something, where there's friction, or where there's uncertainty. And that discomfort is why most people unconsciously avoid it. I did this all the time during med school. I'd spend hours organizing notes or reviewing things I already understood because it felt safe. Or when it came to starting my YouTube channel, I fixated on constantly updating scripts for video ideas, holding them back until I felt like they were ready. The problem with all of this is that because there's still some input, some motion, it feels like progress in the moment. But in reality, days, weeks, or even months pass, we are busy doing these things and nothing meaningful actually changes. This is how you end a year feeling busy and exhausted but still stuck. So the shift is not to work harder. It's to get extremely clear on what progress actually looks like in each area of your life. Progress isn't doing more, it's doing that one thing you'd rather avoid. For studying, that meant testing myself on exam questions instead of rereading. For YouTube, it meant publishing instead of endlessly refining a script or video edit. For career decisions, it meant applying or making a final decision even before I felt ready. Once I defined that action I've been avoiding, my day became much simpler. I didn't need to fill my schedule. I just had to touch that uncomfortable thing even briefly, because if you do that consistently, you stop relying on the false sense of security you get that motion gives, and real progress finally starts to compound. So I want you to physically write down that one thing you've been avoiding, so that you remind yourself of what you need to be doing after this video is over, because progress starts the moment you stop avoiding doing that uncomfortable task. But now there's another problem. Even when you know what that task is, your brain will still try to delay it, and it's rarely because you're lazy or distracted. It's actually a much deeper issue that trains your brain to seek instant relief instead of effort. I realized this during med school, where I kept procrastinating even with a clear plan in front of me. And once I understood what was actually happening in my brain, I became able to overcome procrastination and improved in every area of my life because I was using my time more intentionally. And in this video here, I talk about exactly how you can overcome procrastination as I did. So click the video to learn more.